the end of the day, and Ken Blanchard had a really good quote. He said, leadership is the process of influence. It's all leadership is, right? And everyone has some measure of influence. So in that, everyone is a leader. But I think one of the gaps that we have, and even when I go to events, right, I see people walk by my table and they see that I'm talking about the art of leading, and I actually see the resistance. So like when they hear me explaining to somebody that everybody's a leader, people start like coming back towards the table, because even looking at a book on leadership, people discount themselves
Yeah.
and say, well, I'm not a leader, I'm not a manager, I'm not a, and I always use the example. My family recycles significantly because of my now 8-year-old son, but we've done it since he was 5,
Wow.
because he has influence over our family, right? And then we care about what he cares about. So that's changed. I'm involved in social justice and criminal justice
Yeah.
reform, not because that's my personal passion, right? I'm a pastor, but like that's not my personal passion. My 16-year-old daughter wants to be a lawyer. So now I'm a judge in a teen court in Alamance County, right, where she was a prosecutor.
Yeah.
But that's an influence in my life. So in that regard,
Yeah.
my daughter, who was only 12 or 13 at the time, led our family into doing more things around restorative justice for juvenile offenders, right? But we don't look at that. Like, I'm the head of my family,
Mm.
but that doesn't mean that people in my family don't influence my perspective. That
Yeah.
then also impacts the way that I lead.
I
And
like it.
that's the challenge, right? So back to the original question, I think it was a hierarchy
Yeah.
or it's been established as a hierarchy. And since a lot of us aren't in it, then we won't take ownership of that label.